Do we have Jeff ready now?
We hope so.
Oh God, this is why we have Jeff in the house so frequently, is because he's kind of been our guinea pig in trying to get this setup correct. So we're able to take phone calls, which Jeff is going to call us from the back patio where he has this wonderful display.
All right, let's go to him.
Can we do that right now?
We just did.
All right. Jeff, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Oh,
very
my
good.
God.
Oh, wow, it worked.
Hang on a minute. Let me.
We're going to go full screen on you, Jeff.
Oh, God.
How do I look now?
It's full nude.
Well, we just totally lost you for a second. We can hear you.
There he is. He's there.
All right, so,
there we go.
Show us what you want to show us out there, Jeffrey.
There we go. Am I on?
You are
on.
It's a scary thing, but
whether you like it or not.
Okay, well, this is what we got. So far as the tire segment, the remote part of it, I wanted to show a few things that folks can either keep in their car or keep in their toolbox or somewhere handy that they can have accessible to check their tires. And I've got David, my handy assistant, is operating the camera phone. What we have here, just some basic tools for your tires. You've got gauges of different sorts. Obviously, you can pick your favorite one of what you do, either Ford, General Motors. There's a GM one there, there's a Ford there. I prefer a heavier weight stick gauge, and that's what these are. These are stick gauges. Heavier weight to me, just it
pencil gauges.
When you're doing the tire check. So, and there's a couple you find these also. Put in the tire pressure, and it pops up at this end here and gives you the reading in PSI, pounds per square inch. The way to sort of be comfortable with it is when you do have a gauge and you put it on the tire, and of course it reads 32 pounds. The stick does come out sometimes. The stick will come out. It'll read 32. You could put it in and then try it again. If it reads 32, then you're fairly accurate. If it comes up 10 and reads 40 and 50 and it's all over the board,
so you need
not an accurate stick.
So you need to check it a couple of times just to make sure.
Yeah, check it a couple of times and then get more familiar with it. And like I said, the heavier the one, I like a heavier one to work with. And then you can get into something like this, which is a little bit more complicated. This is for airing up a tire, not necessarily checking it, but you can check it once you air it up. Put it in here through the compressor, and this does pop out under pressure, and it gives you the reading this way. You can get into some very high-tech stuff.
Yeah, that one's a little bit more like what you find at the gas station when you have to pay $1 to put air in your car.
Right, or a technician may have this, plugged into their nozzle or their pull radius. They can get up in hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. NASCAR uses them; they're several hundreds of $1,000s. You'll find them like in airports where they check the airplane tires are very high-tech stuff as well, because they use nitrogen in NASCAR, nitrogen in airlines. So, in fact, in cars, there's a car right here. If you want to pan down, this little thing here, whatever you want to call that, Don's car, it probably has nitrogen tires in there. We're going to run out to Mike's vehicle out front and give you an example of what you can look for on a tire.
Okay, you're going to go.
Okay, while we do that, we'll come back to Don and let you get on the move. And
why are you going to come back to me?
Did
I have? Well, I can do this. I mean, sure.
There's a for sale sign on your Corvette, Don.
Yeah, I know. Jeff happened to bring that over this morning.
So the first person,
and I made an offer for it.
So the first person with $500 cash can take it.
Yeah. Well, $500 cash and something else, because it's going to be a little bit more than $500 cash. I know that I'm cheap, but not quite that cheap.
You're frugal.
No.
You're cheap?
Well,
Cheap's a good word.
Yeah, I think cheap was the right word.
Yeah, because I was looking through your liquor cabinet here, and all of the wine you have has a screw on top.
That's the ones that aren't in the box.
The box wine. What was that? Franzia.
That was the first one, yeah.
Yes. Franzia box wine. I knew somebody that liked that stuff. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I knew somebody that liked that stuff. But apparently a lot of people do.
All right, Jeff's all set up to go again. Tell us, Jeff.
Yeah, we're out here at the in-wheel time machine, hot rod. And what we're going to do is take a look at these tires here that are on this vehicle. And what I've done is I've pre-marked some of the things to look for. Here across the front tread of the tire, the face of the tire, you'll see that right in here is the wear bar. This is basically at 230 seconds of the tread life left. So if you're looking at these the actual tread of maybe 730 seconds, when it gets down to this 230 seconds, that means they're pretty much done. Where we're at pretty much there right now. The way to check these, the way to check these is inside, middle, and outside to get a good cross-reference of what to do on what the reading is. So with this particular one, this is at 430 seconds. This here, the middle is at 430 seconds, and of course the outside is at 430 seconds. And the way this reads on this stick, you'll see that in the green area, it goes from about 30 seconds up to a full 23, 30, in that area where the tread depth is there. Anything below that, you're marginal, you're yellow, cautionary, and then of course below that, into 2 and 1, it's pretty bad. It's detrimental. You need to change the tires. The other part of this is on the sidewall. Maybe we can kind of go around here. We'll switch places. On the sidewall, we keep talking about birth dates of the tire. What I've done is I found the DOT code. Now, this code is for Department of Transportation purposes on what the tire compound is, when it was made, where it was made. But this here specifically is the date. Not sure if you can see that or not. This here says 0314. So this is the third week of 2014 when this tire was made. This tire is over 6 years old.
That tire's shot is what it is.
It looks like it has some pretty good life, though. The tread pattern does look even across, and if you had an uninflated tire, it would be cupped in the middle. It would be less tread here than on the outside. It would be less tread on the inside if it was overinflated, rather than underinflated, it would be on the outside. So, looking at that, it looks like it has pretty good life. You can see on the side here, you got some cracks. We talked last week about the sunburn or stress cracks. That's what this has here. These are not detrimental. It just shows that this tire is old and getting older by the minute. Here you have your particular size of the tire. This is a P, which is a passenger rated tire. LT would mean light truck. So you're looking at a 275 passenger tire. 275, you can see this, David, this edge tread block to edge tread block, here to here in millimeters. So it's 275 millimeters from tread block to tread block edge. The 60 would be the percentage of sidewall to the tread itself, to the 275 percentage of the width. So it's 275, 60%, and of course 20 would be the diameter of the rim itself. So that's pretty much basically what you look for. There are other things on the tire. You're looking at tread wear is 500. You're looking at traction is A, temperature is B. Traction is a fairly decent traction for a passenger tire, the P rated, and of course the traction is A. The tread wear is 500 is good. Traction is A, which is a good traction tire for a passenger, and then of course on the last one here, the temperature would be a B rated. It's pretty much average for that stuff.
Do they even sell white lettered tires anymore?
You can't get white letter. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Do they sell 4-inch white walls anymore?
Yeah, you're probably looking at Coker, some vintage stuff.
Why are you in the market for someone?
I think they'd look cool on Mars's truck.
I think that they would look cool on your van.
Oh no, on my van, yes, not on the rally. Please,
they
not
do
on the
make
rally.
rims that have the white wall built into the rim, and the tires are really thin. It's a little bit different look, a little bit different performing tire as well. This is pretty standard. This is a standard tire for either a truck like this is on, or a passenger vehicle, an everyday vehicle.
So what has he got? What has he got? Maybe about 4 more months left on that. 6 more months left on that tread.
Months? It could be hours.
Hours. That's it.
Well, Jeff, a question: would that pass state inspection right now?
I missed what you said.
Would that pass state inspection?
Probably not. That's depending on what the gauge is and who's reading the gauge and the quality of shop that it's doing. I would say no, it would not. I would hopefully it would not pass. I mean, for safety's sake, they would say no. There are some places that might let it get away. Now that's just one tire. There's 3 others plus a spare in this vehicle. So you could go a little bit deeper and check all 4. You could take an average. You could give it a percentage of how many miles are left on it, which is probably about another, I want to say maybe 2,000 to 3,000 miles left on it.
Mars, you in the market for some new tires?
Yeah, actually I am.
So if any of our listeners out there,
oh God, don't you start begging again for tires?
No.
Yeah,
I had some. Jeff helped me pick out some.
Yeah,
and then all this lockdown started, so I really haven't been. There's only 2 places around me that are open that sells tires, and everybody else is closed.
Let me tell you something. Between here and Neaterville, there's probably about 100 tire shops we could pick along the way.
Yeah, probably.
Just saying. I
shop local.
Jeffrey, come back in the house. Thank you so much. It's
okay. Allowing me back in. That's great.
Yeah. Okay. Lock the door. Don't just lock the dang door. Don't let him in. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and we have got more of the In Wheel Time program, the car show that you all love, and we love it too. So stay with us. We're going to be right back in just a second.